Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we finally have a little bit of news. Yeah, Creative Assembly is starting to wake up now that it's February. Yep, it's been a while since some news has dropped. But on the Reddit, someone made a post which garnered a response from CA, which is actually kind of rare. Though I do wish that these types of responses were used on, every platform, because it would be better for communication overall. But hey. So, the post is just asking when news is, and the response from Evangelos is as follows. There's actually two responses. So, is it that time already? /S. Yeah, that's a great way to start. Be sarcastic. It is indeed February, and we are indeed back in action here at CA and working with the team to decide what we're ready to dive into this month versus what needs more time to simmer before sharing with the community. I know everyone has a different idea of what they hope to hear, be it a bug fix, announcement, confirmation of long-held dreams, or something else. But it will help everyone, including the Reddit community, to give the CA team the room to plan what, when, and where they share new information throughout the month. Likewise, we're excited to celebrate and welcome new players to the Total War community this month, particularly as we approach the anniversary of Total War Warhammer 3 and celebrate the long way it's come since the start of last year. In the meantime, thanks for your patience. I know it's not always easy, and we're always working on seeking out solutions to some of the prominent questions at hand that we hope to share with you in the near future. Okay, so far so good. I don't know why, but the wording to me just sounds kind of standoffish. Maybe that's just me because I overthink things, but it really does sound like a shut up and let us do our job type of thing. But I do have a question regarding this. Like, they're planning now what they're ready to show and so on. I know it's not the same thing, but I worked in marketing. I worked in fashion marketing for a high retail store. We did loads of high fashion stuff, and we planned our year in advance by a year and a half. So it just seems a bit weird, especially as, there are some comments there saying, with all due respect, after 2 delays in 6 months, deciding where we're diving in isn't so positive, and that's what makes me think that too. And I understand that Creative Assembly can't outright share or confirm things that they do have planned, but the wording itself to me and a few other people on the Reddit just seemed a bit odd. Plus, let's be a little bit honest here, celebration of Warhammer 3's launch. I mean, I'm saying this with the utmost respect because I'm a big fan of this game series. It's obviously something that I dedicate a lot of time to, but there's a lot of bugs that were reported at the launch of Game 3, so February 2022, that still haven't been fixed, so I don't think there's too much to celebrate. There's a lot of problems. Now, I do have faith that the DLC team is going to fix a lot of the problems. We did see a lot of issues fixed up with the Champions of Chaos release and the adjoining patch that obviously came alongside the Immortal Empires. That brought up some new issues, but then again, anytime new content gets released nowadays by developers, it does bring in new issues too. Now, before we move on to the next quote, it's important not to take out your frustrations on Evangelos or any other members at CA. Keep in mind that these guys are, the face of the company in a sense, and they're just doing what they're told. So whatever mistakes that management might be doing, upper management and all that, do not take it out on the people who are basically just doing their job. The second quote is kind of interesting as it does touch on hyenas, and something is a little odd there. So yeah, let's just read over it. If the perspective helps, Hyenas is a separate team from Total War with their own development and communication disciplines. Even Creative Assembly as a studio has its own dedicated communications teams who focus on presenting a more holistic view of what we're working on when we're hiring, our initiatives in the larger gaming space, etc. And while all of us on the Total War team are wholeheartedly rooting for our colleagues and their projects to succeed, the existence of such projects doesn't actively impact or detract from the development of any other titles. Each team determines and works with the resources they need for their given project and changes up the focus of those resources based on what the project needs the most at the time. As for Warhammer 3 last year was a roller coaster that led us to this current timeline. That said, we absolutely hope to prove you wrong this year in all the best ways. Okay, so yeah, this is something that I've been talking to you guys a lot about on Discord and stuff. Hyenas will not affect the development of Total War Warhammer 3 or any other Total War games that they may or may not be working with. I'm assuming they're working on some other game at this point because they normally do, a game a year, so maybe we might see a saga this year. Which in all fairness, yeah, the sagas are cool, they present mini games and stuff, but the fact that they get abandoned so early on, it's like not even a year into it, It's a bit disappointing, but I do imagine that Creative Assembly will go dark with anything Total War related when they decide to release Hyenas, because I believe they had a Twitter post saying that they hope to release it in 2023. So yeah, if they do a release cycle for it, it's likely that they'll keep kind of quiet. They'll just do the usual Total War meme posts and stuff. But yeah, that's something that you guys have to be prepared for. Hopefully it's not going to be too long though. With regards to Hyenas, I know a lot of you guys aren't excited about it. In all honesty, I'm not either, because yeah, they've not really shown gameplay. That trailer was basically nothing, and yeah, let's be honest, we've already got shooter games like that already. It just feels like a very saturated market at this point. But this is what Creative Assembly do. Remember, they just don't always do Total War, right? They've actually done like games like Alien Isolation, which in my honest opinion, that's something they should have been doing instead of Hyenas, but that's because Alien Isolation was really, really good after they fixed all the issues. But from a personal point, I know that working on different projects is actually quite good mentally for your current project. So yes, while it might be a separate team, having people move around a little bit might be a good thing, as it'll cleanse the palate in a sense. Obviously, I don't know if this is the case, but it can be assumed because it happens in pretty much any other company, so yeah. I know this might not be the news that people are looking for, but hey, it's still better than nothing. At least they're starting to communicate now, which I believe is going to be the start of the hopeful communication in the future. You know, we're expecting... what? We're supposed to be expecting a roadmap this month, right? And likely another patch. And yeah, Q2 is still a bit far away. That's what, April, May, and June, is it? But it can be assumed that at some point they're going to have to start teasing for stuff, right? And then that means that news is going to start kicking up properly, which means that we're finally going to start progressing and leaving the drought behind us. Again, I will say that stuff like this, I believe, should just be done as a general Facebook, Twitter, every social media platform post saying, "Hi everyone, we at CA are working hard to get your next patch to you." Just something like that, you know, just some basic communication will do the world a lot of good. Now, I've still got a lot of hope in CA. I know the TLC team is very, very talented. We've seen it with Champions of Chaos. We've seen it with Immortal Empires. So we just have to be patient, I guess, and hopefully that changes in the future. And let's hope that, you know, them saying they want to prove us wrong, let's hope that that is actually the good case, right? Because it's kind of weird when Creative Assembly just go kind of quiet like that, and statements like that mean nothing to me now. I'll be very honest. No dig at CA, it's just how I'm feeling lately, but it's not a bad thing. I've been enjoying the drought, believe me. I know that sounds weird, but I've been playing some other games and just kind of enjoying myself and painting a lot of Warhammer. A box a day, guys. A box a day. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I wanted to do a video because I know a lot of you guys don't visit the Reddit. Some of these things just get kind of lost, and yeah, I just want to keep you guys informed. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.